November, the first video of November here, and let's dig in. Today I wanted to do a story time. I know last video I told you guys that I was gonna give y'all a story time on my college years. So to start off with, we're gonna do a story time on me walking in or waking up to my roommate and his girlfriend doing the deed. So, without further ado, let's get started. Amen. How's everyone doing today? It finally got chilly here. Not chilly, but there's a slight chill breeze in Houston, Texas here. So I decided it was close enough to wear, it was good enough to wear a hoodie today. So yeah, let me know if it's already cold in your state. But I got a plate with orange chicken and Beijing beef and then chow mein. So my freshman, this is like crazy. Look, what the heck? Like they gave me the whole cabbage, literally. Look, that's literally all cabbage. Okay. So, I think it's normal in every college, but as a freshman, you're supposed to stay in the dorms at college. So, the college that I went to, that I started off with, not the one I finished, but the one I started off with, the dorms were like, it was weird. The one I chose, it was like half the size of my room. It was like triangle shaped, like this. And there was like one bed here and one bed by the window. I chose the window bed, but yeah. And the roommate I got at the time, he had a girlfriend that would always be in our room, like no matter what time of day she was there. At that point, just get us a little dorm, you know. But yeah, I did enjoy their company at first, like it was fun, but I am the oldest out of my siblings, so I'm not used to sharing. I'm used to like having my own things, like my own room and all that. So it was an adjustment when I did have to share a room, especially such a tiny space. So the first few months were fine. Like they would be hanging in the room. I would be in the room just because I didn't have friends. All I did was went to school. Like nothing weird. It wasn't until one time, it was in December, I got sick. I got so sick that my gums and my mouth swelled up, and I had fevers. Like I didn't want to eat. I fainted fainted like twice during that time. And yeah. So I remember going to the doctor on campus, and they provided me medicine, but it was strong. Because I took, like, I got to my dorm, I took the medicine, and I was knocked out. Like, I was knocked out. And it wasn't until the middle of the night when I woke up and I was facing the window. So, like, my roommate couldn't tell that I was sleeping or awake. But I was facing the window when that happened. And I wake up to strange noises, like moaning noises. And I was like, oh, what is happening here? What's happening here? So I didn't know what to do, honestly. So I just froze. I literally froze there and was like, oh, what do I do now? And they kept going at it. Literally, like, my bed would be right there, and then their bed is literally would be like where my couch is at. So that's how close we were. So I'm like, oh, how do I get out of this awkward situation? Because I'm not tired anymore. I need to use the bathroom. And I don't want you to know that I'm awake, but I also want you to stop. Because how are you doing this while I'm in the room, you know? So I remember, like, I had to cough. Like, I pretended to cough so much that I pretended like the cough woke me up. So they immediately stopped and acted like they were sleeping, and I ran to the restroom. And I think I stayed in the restroom for like 30 minutes to 45 minutes there, just because I couldn't go back, and I was so sick, and I didn't know what to do. It was so weird, it was so embarrassing, and yeah. The second time this happened, I remember it was a weekend. I had went out to a frat party with friends, and I think I didn't come back to my dorm until like 2 or 3 in the morning. And when I got to my room, my roommate and his girlfriend were just like they were just like coming back also from wherever they were. So we get into the room. I like go into the bathroom. Oh, because like the way my dorm was set up is that we shared like a room, but the other dorm that was next to us, we had a shared bathroom. So it was like a guy's room and a guy's room, and then the shared bathroom. So that was our dorm. And so I went straight to the restroom, changed, and then got out, and then like was ready to knock out. But then they started having a conversation with me. They were like, "Oh, like how was the party? Where did you go? What kind of frat party was it? This and this and that." And the room was dark, so all I'm hearing is voices. And I'm talking to them. They're over there cuddling in like their own bed while I'm in my bed. Mind you, we're like 17, 18 years old. We're like babies. But all of a sudden, while I'm having a conversation with them, I hear like, you know, like the elastic band of like pants or anything like go like that. Oh. And as I'm talking to them, my roommate's voice starts to sound heavier. He's like, yeah, like we went to, you know, while I'm in the room with them. And to me, that was my last straw. After that, I felt really uncomfortable. Like, sleeping there, especially. Guys, she was there every night for the first semester. She was there. Like, she was literally there. And that last time was like my last straw. The next day, I went over to housing. I could have told an RA, but I didn't want problems, you know. So I went over to housing. And I let them know that if I could, if there was a solo dorm like in my dorm building, and if so, what would be the process? So So they told me yes, that there was another floor, there's a dorm that was empty, but it was on a different floor, and I was like, yeah, that's fine. I'll take it. They said that FAFSA would cover it, and I was perfectly fine with that. So that same day, while they were both in class, I literally packed all my stuff and like left. And they never saw me again. But it worked out because I moved out like a week before we went on winter break, and many of the students had already finished their classes, so they probably thought I finished my classes early and just like went ahead and left. But yeah, it was crazy. And for the rest of my college career, I never shared a room or a dorm with anyone else. It was just me. My last 2 years, I did get an apartment outside that I shared with 3 other roommates, but honestly, never saw them. Our shared space was always clean, and yeah, I just stayed to myself. first year of college went with like the friends I made. Because that right there was another like thing that I wish I could forget every single day of my life. Because these friends, like, they were out of the whole group of people. I only made one friend that I could call friend. Because the rest, they were party friends. I had goals for myself that I set when I started college, and they didn't work out, and I ended up having a .06 GPA by the end of my first year. And looking back at it, I regret that decision so much, but for some reason, God put me on this path to learn from these experiences and continue growing, because if that didn't happen, I wouldn't have came back home, fixed my GPA, and then went to a different college where I met wonderful people there as well. So honestly, I like to believe that everything happens for a reason, and God's timing is always right. No matter how old you are, it's never too late to start over. But yeah, I hope you like my story time today. It was kind of a bit long, but all I want to say is thank you so much for watching my videos, for commenting and liking. You guys don't know how much I appreciate it. Please give me suggestions, things I should. I know someone had commented Big B's. I don't know if there is one in Houston. I'll check, but I don't think so. I do want to try Jollibees and Indian food. That's next on my list. And yeah, so hopefully next time, the people that have been requesting Indian food, you'll have your video next week or possibly this week. And Jollibees very soon, because I am also interested in Jollibees. I've been watching mukbangs and ASMRs about Jollibee, and their food honestly looks so delicious. So thank you again so much for everything that you've done. I'm almost at 1.6K. I appreciate everyone, every single one of you. I hope to get better at this as well. I know I'm starting to improve a little bit, and I just hope I get better and better at it. But without further ado, thank you so much for